Welcome to Aboriginal Art in America, a podcast where each week we spend a few minutes with a work by an Indigenous Australian artist. I'm joined today by Henry Scarrett, curator of the Kluge Ruo Aboriginal Art Collection. And today we are actually visiting the Kluge Ruo to talk about their current exhibition celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Papunya Tula Art Center. If you haven't already, check out our previous episode introducing the exhibit and Papunya Tula. But today, we're going to zoom in a little and talk about the role that women artists had at the Papunya Tula Art Center in its very beginnings.
So this story is so big, 50 years, that we have had to split it into two shows. This first half, there's only one woman artist in it. So much of the early work from Papunya Tula was men. This is the moment of fame. It's this first huge moment. We got, Michael Nelson, 1988, is invited to create the forecourt mural for Parliament House in Australia. Clifford Possum is given the first, museum retrospective of an Indigenous artist. They give him this big show at the ICA in London. So much of the early work from Papunya Tula was men, but not all of it. And in the early 1980s, a number of women started to emerge. And one of the first of the leading women was this woman, Pansy Napangardi. She's actually the only woman who's represented in this first half of the show. And, Pansy's work, it's not totally dissimilar to the men in the room that she's with. Here we've got Clifford Possum, Michael Nelson Jagamara. And you can see, stylistically it's not that different, but Pansy really did bring a kind of a new flair to her work. And I love when we look, this is two works produced about 3 years apart. And you can see in this one, she's using a very kind of traditional kind of radiating dotting pattern. But here she's kind of gone wild and she's using these multicolored dots. You can see her using these multiple layers and really mixing it in, creating a kind of shimmering constellation, like this real shimmering sense of movement of sand and water and all those sort of things. It's just beautiful. So you got this moment of fame, this huge moment when everything gets catapulted onto the world stage. It's a great kind of moment for this exhibition to kind of climax, because what's really important about the next show is that Papunya Tula by 1995 is in a perilous position. And who saves it? The women artists. In the next part, the story shifts and they become the real main players.
Find out more at kluge-ruo.org. Aboriginal Art in America is a production of the University of Virginia and a member of the Virginia Audio Collective. Listen and subscribe at virginiaaudio.org.